my dear friend. In this session, we are going to discuss all the recent changes in WHO guideline in 2020. We all know that these guidelines are for drug-resistant TB, but for non-drug resistant TB, the normal regime is still given. What is the normal regime for non-drug resistant TB? This is, we all know, first 8 week or 2 month of HRJD, है ना? H for isoniazid, R for rifampicin, Z for pyrazinamide, and E for ethambutol, and then we give 16 week or 4 month of HR. Okay, so this is the same. Second thing is, when we are talking about resistant TB, first of all, the guideline talk about isoniazid resistance, and in isoniazid resistance, rifampicin is still working, so there is only isoniazid resistance. In this condition, we will give 6 month of RZE, rifampicin, pyrazinamide, ethambutol, and in place of isoniazid, we will give levofloxacin. Okay, and we give it daily, 6 months of this. But the tablet which we have, because in the normal non-drug resistance TB, we have this HRZE tablet. This is given in fixed dose combination. That means in one drug, we have all the 4 components in fixed amount. So here also, we continue giving this same tablet. The same fixed dose combination is given. So that's why we are not removing isoniazid. We are still giving the same fixed dose combination tablet along with levofloxacin every day. Okay, 6 months. Daily we give it. Okay, so the therapy is RZD levofloxacin, but we are also giving isoniazid till now. Now, next is when there is either MDR TB or there is rifampicin resistant TB. Okay, in MDR or rifampicin resistant, there are 3 classification, very simple to remember. First is when we give 9 to 12 month regime. Second is when we give 6 to 9 month regime. And third is when we give 18 month regime. So this, of course, 18 month is the longer MDR TB regime, and these remaining 2 are the shorter MDR TB regime. The main point is that in this MDR TB regime, all oral drugs are used. There is no drug which is given in injection form, no streptomycin, nothing. And we all know that MDR means there should be resistance to both isoniazid and rifampicin. That is MDR TB. So what we give in 6 to 9 month, what we give in 9 to 12 month, what we give in 6 to 9 month. In 9 to 12 month, let's first talk about it. So in 9 to 12 month, in the first 4 to 6 month, we will start with giving bedaquiline. And bedaquiline is given always for 6 months. Then along with bedaquiline, we will also give 6 other drug. Okay, what are those drugs? First is levofloxacin. Second is clofazimine. Then the 3 drugs which are here are same that are given in the non-drug resistance TB. What are those? Pyrazinamide, ethambutol, and high dose of isoniazid, HH. Along with that, the drug that we add is ethionamide. So you can see, of course, we give bedaquiline in this first 4 to 6 months, but along with that, there are 6 more drugs. So how to remember these 6 drugs? If you remember the mnemonic LCE. LCE, you can remember it because L stand for levofloxacin, CLF is for clofazimine. Then these three are the same. Z is our same pyrazinamide. E is ethambutol. Please try to remember it right now, because we all can do that. And HS is for high dose of isoniazid. So these three are the same. What are the three that are added? Levofloxacin, clofazimine and ethionamide. These three are added. So we can make the mnemonic with these three, LCE. Okay. Anything you can make with that, LCE. And the remaining three are same. So this is for the first 4-6 months when we are giving 7 drug, bedaquiline and this 6 drug. So why it is 4 to 6 months? Because after 4 months, if sputum is still positive for TB, continue 6 drugs for 2 more months. So what are the 6 drugs which we are going to continue? The same 6 drug, levofloxacin, clofazimine, pyrazinamide, ethambutol, high dose isoniazid and ethionamide. So that is why it is 4 to 6 months. Now this is the first thing which we give. Second thing which we give is 5 month daily regime of 4 drug. 5 month daily regime with 4 drugs. So what are the 4 drugs which we give in this regime? It is again something which is very simple to remember, because just the 4 thing in the 6 drug list, the first 4 are continued here. So we will give levofloxacin, clofazimine, pyrazinamide, ethambutol. These 4 drugs we are giving to give. Okay. So I hope you will remember it. In the first 4 to 6 months, we are giving 7 drug, bedaquiline plus 6 more. And here we are giving 4 drug, which was already present in the 6 drug list. So this is the one regime which is used in the 9 to 12 month strategy here, the shorter MDR regime. Let's talk about this 6 to 9 month and then we will talk about 18 month. So in the 6 to 9 month regime, the second one, 6 to 9 month shorter MDR, we are giving 6 to 9 month regime, we are giving bedaquiline, okay, pretomanid and pretomanid and last one is linezolid. So how to remember it? We call it BPAL regime. BPAL regime. Pretomanid, I don't know why they call it PA, although it is PR, but they call it BPAL regime. Linezolid, pretomanid, bedaquiline, okay, regime. So this 6 to 9 month regime is not usually given because it need strict supervision for the adverse side effect, okay. So usually given under clinical research, okay, or when you can monitor the adverse side effect, then you can give it, or when adverse side effect can be monitored closely, can be monitored well, okay. Now one thing is that we can give this 6 to 9 month regime BPAL regime even when there is fluoroquinolone resistance, because we are not giving levofloxacin here. So please remember, this 6 to 9 regime, it can be given if there is fluoroquinolones resistance. We all know what are fluoroquinolones. Levofloxacin, moxifloxacin, gatifloxacin, sparfloxacin, they all are fluoroquinolones. So if there is resistance of them, then still we can give BPAL therapy. Now let's talk about the last thing, the longer MDR regime, which we give for 18 months. So in this longer MDR regime, in the first 6 months, we simply give 4 drugs. This is much easier to remember. What are the 4 drugs? One is first bedaquiline. Second is, of course, linezolid. And third is levofloxacin. These 3 drugs are actually kept in category A or subgroup A, okay? Category A drug. So we give 3 category A drug, and along with that we add cycloserine or clofazimine. These 2 are category B drug. So we give 3 category A drug, 1 category B drug. Okay, this is the treatment for, in the first 6 months we are giving the 4 drug, 1, 2, 3 and this 4. Then in the next 12 months, because total therapy is 18 months, so very simple, in the next 12 months, except bedaquiline, all 3 are given. That means linezolid, levofloxacin and cycloserine or clofazimine. Okay, so we call it LTZ. This is for 12 months. Linezolid, levofloxacin, LFX, and cycloserine or clofazimine in the next 12 month daily regime. But what is the reason why we have shorter MDR and longer MDR? So this longer MDR regime given under 6 conditions. If there are 6 conditions, then we do not give shorter MDR, we give longer MDR. So what are these 6 conditions? Very simple to remember. First and foremost condition is that if second line drug had been received for more than 1 month. Now what do you mean by second line drug? More than 1 month and discontinued. Second line drug means those drugs which are used to treat MDR TB, drug used to treat MDR or rifampicin resistance TB. That means even ethambutol and pyrazinamide, which are used to treat non-drug resistance TB, they are also used for treating MDR TB. In the earlier we have seen that pyrazinamide, ethambutol are used to treat it. So that are also second line drug. So if second line drug are being received for more than 1 month and discontinued, then we can give the longer regime, okay? And discontinued, then we can give the longer regime. So there must not be history of giving it for. Second thing is, we do not give it if there is, one thing is resistance to fluoroquinolone. So if resistance to fluoroquinolones, then 9 to 12 month regime of MDR TB which we have read, we cannot give. Okay, 9 to 12 month regime can't be given. But we can still give the BPAL regime, that can be given, but this cannot be given. Third thing is, if there is pregnancy. In pregnancy, ethionamide is contraindicated. So we do not give therapy having ethionamide. Of course, streptomycin is also contraindicated, but here we are not using streptomycin anymore. So if pregnancy is there, then ethionamide containing regime is contraindicated. So we will not give ethionamide regime, and BPAL regime is still under research. So we will remove ethionamide and we will try to frame the MDR therapy for the pregnant female according to the drug sensitivity testing. Okay. The fourth reason why we give longer and we do not give shorter, the fourth reason is if there is extensive TB. What do you mean by extensive TB? Extensive TB means either there is bilateral cavitation or bilateral lung parenchyma involvement. Bilateral cavitation or extensive lung parenchyma involvement. Okay. Fifth condition when we don't give it, if it is severe extrapulmonary TB. So again they can ask the definition of severe extrapulmonary TB. What do you mean by severe extrapulmonary? Severe extrapulmonary means either there is TB meningitis or there is miliary TB. That is extensive TB. But if age is less than 15 years, then except lymph node TB, because lymph node TB is not severe extrapulmonary, but in children all other extrapulmonary TB are severe. Are severe extrapulmonary TB. Okay. So in children, anything other than lymph node and pulmonary is severe. So in this case again we will give the longer regime. And the seventh is in fact when the child age is less than 6 years. If age is less than 6 years. So just quickly remember it. Age less than 6 years, pregnancy, fluoroquinolone resistance, severe TB, severe extrapulmonary TB, extensive TB, or the last thing is that if they have received the second line drug for more than 1 month. So these 6 are the reason why we give longer MDR TB and we are not giving the shorter TB. And you remember it right now that how we give longer. First 6 months we give bedaquiline, and you remember that. Now last 2 things I want to tell here. First thing is that the isoniazid preventive therapy which we are giving, that has also underwent change. In the isoniazid preventive therapy, previously we were giving this therapy to all the people who are contact, isoniazid preventive therapy to contacts of TB patient, who are living in the house of TB patient and all. So in this contact of TB patient, we were giving daily isoniazid, okay, for 6 months. But now there are 3 other method by which you can give it daily isoniazid for 6 months. Second thing, the second option that they are suggesting is that if we give daily isoniazid plus rifabutin, then we need not to give it for 6 months. We need to give it for only 1 month. Daily isoniazid, okay, plus rifabutin for 3 months. Sorry, for only 1 month. Why I am writing 3 months here? Because if they are giving it daily, then it is for 1 month. But if it is giving once a week, then it is for 3 months. Once a week, isoniazid plus rifabutin. Rifabutin for 3 months. Now, the main problem is that sometime we do not have this rifabutin available. So either we cannot follow it. Then what we can do is we can give the HR along with isoniazid. We can add rifampicin and we can give it daily only for 3 months. So this HR is available in most of the places because we use HR for treatment of normal drug resistant, non-drug resistance TB. Normal TB we treat with HR in the continuation phase. So here we can easily give it for 3 months. The last option is daily rifampicin can also replace it. Daily rifampicin for 4 months. So these 4 are the option which we can use in place of daily isoniazid for 6 months. We can use these 4 alternatives. Okay, so these are the changes. I hope you will remember it and try to write the guideline by yourself after listening to the video, and I hope you can do that. Thank you very much for listening. Hasta la vista, das vidania, bye bye, we'll meet soon. Okay.